Today I'm going to ask you a series of questions on what happened on November 18th. Did you see Mr. Barnes on November 18, 2012?
Yes.
Did you talk to Mr. Barnes when you saw him?
Yes.
And after a while of talking, isn't it correct that he told you he needed $500?
Yes.
Didn't Mr. Barnes tell you, isn't it correct that Mr. Barnes told you he needed the $500, he was going to get the $500 by holding up Boston Roosters?
Yes.
And is it correct you did know about the plan? Didn't you know about the plan, and you did know that you guys were going to hold up Boston Roosters?
Yes.
Is it correct Mr. Poland pulled out a pair of guns, a 9mm Glock and a .357 Magnum?
Yes. They are fake.
But he still pulled them out, correct?
Yes.
Did Mr. Barnes give you a gun?
Yes.
Was the gun the .357 Magnum gun?
Yes.
Isn't it correct that you put the .357 Magnum gun on your waistband and waited until Mr. Poland told you to pull it out? So you did know you guys were going to rob the Boston Roosters?
Yes.
So you were part of the plan? You were part of the robbery? Now I'm gonna skip to the part when you entered Boston Roosters. When you entered Boston Roosters, isn't it correct you saw Miss Susan Nixon?
Yes.
Did you walk up to Miss Nixon?
Yes.
And isn't it correct that you showed her your .357 Magnum gun, the butt of the gun?
Yes.
After you showed the gun, did you hear Mr. Barnes yell, "Give it up or you're dead"?
Yes.
And he was pointing the gun at Ms. Wilkins, correct? After you heard that, did you hold out your gun and point it at Ms. Nixon? Are you aware you pointed the gun at Ms. Nixon?
Nixon?
I mean, Ms. Wilkins?
Yes.
Is it correct that Ms. Wilkins was the one that shot and killed Mr. Stephen Barnes? You weren't the one that killed him, correct? Did you know? Did Miss Nixon, was Miss Nixon part of the robbery?
No.
Stephen Barnes did die that day, correct? No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay.